Hey there, this is Sandra Edmond with your Tip Tuesday. Oh, Queen of Tax Deeds, by the way. I forget, I always say that. So I'm just eating my oatmeal with some berries in there. Probably shouldn't be doing a video with stuff in my face. But I just came from picking up a prescription at the pharmacy. And I figured I hadn't given any updates about my health and what's going on. So I figure I'll wrap that up into this Tip Tuesday. So my tip for the day is don't get it twisted about these auctions. When you see all these eviction moratoriums going on and money that the counties are lending to people to pay their rent if they're behind on rent and they're facing evictions, and some places are not doing evictions. If it has anything to do with an economic condition because of COVID. These counties are still having tax deed auctions. Why am I feeling heat in here? I don't have my heat on. Oh, it's 65 degrees outside, but yet I feel heat here. Anyway, let me turn off the AC so you don't hear any noise. This here are my vitamins and drugs for the day. These are some of my prescriptions, but it's more vitamins in here than there are prescriptions. Everything's steady with my health. I did gain like 12 pounds over the holidays, which I have not lost, and I need to go ahead and lose it so I can continue losing weight like I was before. So I lost 30 and then I gained like 10 or 13 pounds over the holidays. So I gotta get back onto the program. You know, I was 100% vegan since April. I've now gone down to like 85% of vegan. So maybe one day during the week I might cheat and have a little bit of meat or some eggs or fish. But I'm not eating any red meat whatsoever. None at all. Just, I might cheat and have a little chicken or some fish and eggs, stuff like that. But besides that, everything is good. I went to the doctor yesterday and everything's holding out steady. My kidney function is pretty much the same as it was before. It's still at 18%, which is good because I was diagnosed at 10%. So one of my goals is to bring it to 60% or better, because that's normal to be at 60% or better. So that's pretty low that it's at 18. And I'm all about thinking positive and praying and stuff like that, because almost a year ago, back in April when I was diagnosed, the doctor thought that it would be worse off at this time than where it is. It's actually better off now than where it is. So I believe in thinking positive and praying and just envisioning what you want in the future. You do the same thing with real estate, but you got to also do what it takes. It just doesn't take envisioning. You also have to implement and work towards that goal. So that's one of the things that I'm doing right now. In not too long from now, we're going to have another 2-day field trip. We just had one last week and we went to an auction. We had the students meet us at the auction because now we're doing our field trips a little bit different because of COVID. Luckily, we have a courtyard where my office is. So I have a class there. It's a courtyard classroom. My nails are terrible, by the way, too. I polished them myself and they're like, of course, peeling. But anyway, that's another change that I've seen since I've gone vegan, is that my nails are stronger than they've ever been before. Before, they used to just bend on their own. Now they're just rock hard. They don't even bend. Sorry, I'm concentrating and driving here. They don't even bend on their own, so I'm really happy about that. But anyway, back to our field trips. So we have a 2-day field trip going on soon. We're going to post that on the website. And what we do is we have them in the courtyard of our office, so everybody is outside and we don't have to wear masks as long as everybody remains in their seat. But as soon as you get up, you got to put on your mask and just be safe. On the off chance that, not on the off chance, it has happened where it's either been too cold or it's drizzled, we'd had to move it to our backup space, which is a conference room, which is large enough for us to social distance, but we have to keep our mask on if we're inside the conference room. Let me let some air in here. So I prefer to have it outside, because we have really good weather. In the summertime, we're not going to be able to do that. But for now, we have really good weather. But hopefully by the summertime, you know, we won't have, you know, such a large threat, but we'll just do it on the inside then if that's the case. But anyway, Tip Tuesday is that there's still auctions going on. There's still people delinquent in their property taxes. The county has no choice but to collect taxes. And during the classes, you know, some of my students laugh, but I always do the example of counties and how they collect the taxes. And my example of the county and the counties that are collecting taxes and how homeowners have to pay their taxes every year, I call the county Broke County. So our fictional county won't be Orange County or Miami-Dade County or Palm Beach County. It's Broke County. And Broke County needs money to get their taxes. If they don't get the property taxes, they're broke. So we like to call it Broke County. So every year, homeowners have to pay Broke County. And if they don't pay Broke County is going to reach out to other investors and say, hey, investors, can you loan me the money that these other homeowners have not paid so that we can make up for how much we haven't gotten. I hope this video doesn't conk out on me because it's been running for a while. So if they ask investors after, you know, each year to make up for the shortfall that they did not get in property taxes. So the investor will buy a tax lien certificate, and in exchange for that, that investor will receive an interest rate in Florida. That's how it works. And after 2 years of the investor having that certificate, they can go ahead and ask Broke County to, like, hey, what's up? Where's my money, Broke County? You said after 2 years, I would more than likely get my money back. So the Broke County is now going to auction off the property because Broke County is like, you know, we're broke. We don't have any money to pay you the taxes. We don't even have money to pay you monthly for the interest that you got. We give you your interest money once the property sells at the auction. So then Broke County has to put on an auction to sell the property that the investor purchased a certificate on. In order to have the auction, Broke County is like, you know, we're broke. We can't even afford to have the auction. You need to pay us what it's going to cost to have the auction. So every investor pays that has a certificate in order to send it to the auction pays about $200 or $300 for Broke County to hold that auction. So once Broke County sells the property at the auction, the first person they're paying back is the certificate holder. Oh my gosh, it's hot. Let me turn the AC back on here. The first person they're going to pay off is the certificate holder. So the opening bid is set to pay off that certificate holder. Certificate holder gets whatever the certificate holder has in it. That is the opening bid. So if the certificate holder paid Broke County to put on the auction, it's about $200 or $300, and whatever the back taxes were. So the certificate holder, in order to hold the auction, Broke County wants there to be only one certificate holder. So they're going to ask that certificate holder to go ahead and pay any other delinquent taxes on that property so that there's only one certificate holder. So the other certificate holders are going to get a check from Broke County, and Broke County is going to put all that into the opening bid. And as soon as that property sells, the first person they're paying off is the certificate holder. So because of that little system there, the counties require that money to pay for roads, to pay for schools, to pay for, you know, firefighters, everything that's in their budget. You know, that we take for granted. We're riding around here, you know, you see they're doing construction on these roads. Where do you think they're getting the money for them? Especially if they're county roads. So Broke County needs the money to invest into the community, and they are not going to get that money if people are not paying their property taxes. So that's why you are not going to hear moratoriums on property taxes anytime soon, because the county can't function without the property taxes. So anyway, if you want to learn about all that and how that works, in addition to that, let me finish off with our little timeline here. I can't move now. No, turn on red. So in addition to that, the property sells at the auction. Once it sells, the high bidder at the tax deed sale gets it. Now, if nobody buys the property at the tax deed sale, Broke County's just going to go, okay, certificate owner, it's our bad. We tried to sell the property. We couldn't sell the property. And you know we can't give you the money back because we didn't sell the property. We don't have any money to give you back. So what we're going to have to do is just give you the property. We're so sorry. which most of the time, that's going to be a great deal. Instead of getting your money back as a certificate holder, you're going to get the property back, which is a really good deal if it's a piece of property that you wanted. But if the Broke County is able to sell the property at auction and get more for the property than what the opening bid was, that creates an overage or surplus. And surplus is any money that sells for over the opening bids. Let's say the opening bid was $5,000 and it sells for $100,000. The $95,000 left over is considered a surplus. Okay, and so that $95,000 kind of sits there. And usually I don't go into this overage stuff on my videos, just in case the clients that I'm working with come across it. But anyway, I'll break it down for you here. What happens is that the money is put away, and if there are no lien holders, the owner of the property can make a claim on it. But many of the homeowners don't make claims on it because they don't know about it, or it's a complicated process and they don't want to go through it because they have a limited time to go ahead and make that claim. So what we do is we find homeowners that have money that they can make a claim on, and we put the claim in for them, which may be some complicated legal work sometimes. Sometimes they're easy, sometimes they're a little bit harder. If we have to go to court, we go to court, stuff like that. So anyway, we help to put the claim together and submit the claim on their behalf. And because we're submitting it on their behalf, the county sends us the money. And in advance, we've already agreed with them what our fee is going to be. And sometimes we charge a fee of 20 or 30%, sometimes 50%, sometimes more. It depends on how large or how small the claim is. So the fee structure is a little bit different sometimes on each claim, and how complex it might be too. So we charge them 20 or 30%. So let's say they have like $100,000, just to use simple numbers, in overage. And if we're charging 20% or 30%, that's $20,000 or $30,000 on an overage claim for something that maybe took us maybe a couple hours to work on, and then just maintain and keep an eye on it every week after that. But the overages are really good and very lucrative, but that's an advanced form of real estate, is the overage or surplus sales. But that's the entire process there. If the homeowner does have liens on their property, like a mortgage, those lien holders have a certain amount of time to make the claim. And then it's only after those lien holders have made their claims can the homeowner collect what's left. But after a while, those lien holders lose their ability to make the claim, and all that money can go towards the homeowner as well. So overage and surplus, totally different game. You don't even have to touch a hammer or any real estate or any deeds. Basically, make your money off of that. So anyway, hence, my whole point of this video is to let you know that despite what's going on in the economy, these tax sales still go on. They could have easily put a moratorium on collecting property taxes or having auctions, and they never did that. All they did is some of the counties at the very beginning of the pandemic did postpone some of their sales, but they've never completely not sold properties that were delinquent in taxes. They just delayed some of the sales. But now they're pretty much all full running. And I gotta finish eating my oatmeal, you guys. But anyway, do let me know if you have any other questions you want me to go over in some of the videos, as well as and comment, and do subscribe to my YouTube channel. And we also have a Facebook page and Instagram, so go ahead and follow us on any of those channels as well. But go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and please go ahead and make comments on what you think about my Broke County scenarios. That's the name that I give the county. Makes it so much easier for people to understand when I call it Broke County, because Broke County got no money to put on the auction, and they don't have any money if homeowners aren't paying their property taxes. So what you have to understand is the county has no choice but to go ahead and collect these property taxes. And if you buy a tax lien certificate, not a tax lien certificate, you're getting interest on your money. You don't own the property. So if you buy a tax lien certificate, you have no right to the property. You do not own the property. You just own a certificate, a lien on the property. If you buy the tax deed, then you actually own the actual property. All right, so I am almost where I'm going, which is perfect because we've reached the end of our video. So do please comment, like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Have a great day.